My dad and I were golfing, and it took us 3 holes to realize that 38 was the number of our golf cart. When Lucas, my producer, and I moved to Austin, our office was 3800 North Lamar off of 38th Street. When I was going through my depression, which is usually when people find God, is in the darkest times, it's when I found him. I was looking over my balcony, contemplating taking my life, and my mom called me, and she said, Brant, if you do nothing today, because at this point the depression and the anxiety was so debilitating, I was barely leaving my bed, let alone my apartment. She said, if you do one thing today, go to church. She said, promise me that. Promise me to go to church. I was like, okay, I promise you. So as a promise to her, even though it was against everything that I thought I could do or wanted to do, I went to church. The watermark service was on 1 Peter, and it was about suffering. And it talked about one of the things that God calls us to do is to suffer. It's not as a punishment. It's because we live in a broken world with sin. And because of that, there's suffering for every human. It's the one thing that every human can relate on is suffering.